thank you very much. So as Louise mentioned, I'm Claire Bush. I'm a marketing consultant, and I've spent probably about 200 years being a marketer and about 15 years in the recruitment sector. We've heard already that the industry is changing, has changed. And this session I wanted to frame almost as a sort of blueprint for your future strategy, if you like, because we're going to hear from people who are actually doing the jobs, your customers. But before I do that, I just wanted to sort of set some insight and give some insight to you from the conversations that I've had. Over the past 5 years, like I said, the talent attraction industry has actually changed so dramatically, it's barely recognisable. In the next 5 years, it's going to change again. Last year, the REC reported that the recruitment industry was worth 35.7 billion, and that was December 2018. So you can imagine the last year has obviously shifted this mammoth figure as well, a little bit more north. So I wanted to ask you, how are you poised? How's your business strategy looking in terms of optimising this high growth sector and industry that we're in? Whilst you're thinking about that number, which is huge and a very sexy number, it'd be great to have a part of that. And from a commercial standpoint as well, I get very excited by what we're doing in the industry. But like I said, I've got some insights that I want to share with you that I've heard from TAs across not just the UK, but Europe as well, about what they're doing and the challenges that they're facing and the things that are really keeping them up at night. So let's start then. Let's talk about social media. It's no great surprise that recruiters are using LinkedIn and social media to attract, engage, and also source candidates directly. And there's companies out there like Pager who are helping recruiters to piggyback on relevant content to deliver their jobs in a much more relevant and specific way. It's kind of in a subtle way as well. If we look now to the executive search market, there's a lot of organisations out there trying and doing this for themselves. They're actually transforming their own in-house recruitment teams to look at that senior level hire. So it's really pushing the search businesses to look at themselves as well and think about their brand awareness and their on and offline systems and solutions that they're providing. Sorry, this is the only picture I could find. Anybody guess what I'm going to talk about next? No? Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's talent pool, obviously. So many corporate recruiters have got the objectives now where they've got to build their own internal talent pools, because actually having that engagement and instant connectivity to relevant candidates is kind of key for them to move as fast as they need to. Let's talk about LinkedIn. Very briefly, it's nothing that I should surprise any of you, but recruiters are now talking about LinkedIn as more of a strategic partner. They are using LinkedIn in ways that enable them to amplify their brand, to get their content in front of their populations and talent pools that they want to target. And they're doing that really, really well. And then, this strategic level partnership is going to grow. But apparently, the job boards feel less strategic and more transactional. So just a point for you to note there. On with online communities. And again, this is an increasing field, and we're seeing so much diversification in terms of how online communities are gaining not just traction amongst recruiters, but also traction against with job seekers and people who want to belong to like-minded communities. And companies like Hired, Slack, Stack Overflow are providing what I would call really great conversational platforms for communities to engage with and for recruiters to directly take their conversations there. The next one is diversity. So we all know that diversity gives you greater access to a greater range of talent. And it also helps you to provide insights in terms of what's actually really motivating your customer base. And also as well, if we think about the McKinseys and Co and the research companies that are out there, they're also showing us that actually when you consider diversity and you have that baked into your strategy, you've got better productivity, you're more effective, you'll be more successful, and that all leads obviously to profitability. So what are you providing for the recruiters to help them to solve this as well? CVs, they've been around almost, as long as I have. I'm sure they've been around a bit longer. But you know, they have their limitations. We all know that they're really only two-dimensional and they can't ever really show someone's potential until the recruiter does some work and engages directly with that person. But again, if we look at innovation, there's nothing really out there to kind of really counter this or to move us into a much more digital format. Mobile technology. So mobile technology is definitely more than being able to receive applications whilst the job seeker is on the move. Recruiters need direct access to engaged candidates. And they want that more than just being able to deliver job recs. They want to be able to have a strategic partner in you that can help them to improve the visibility of their brand and also higher that level of engagement and conversation that they're having with job seekers. And then the final piece of insight that I've gained is all about choice and which way to go. So there's an abundance of channel choice out there. I've worked with quite a number of different channel providers over the years, and it always kind of makes me smile when they say, actually, no, we're very different. We've got a different thing that we're offering. But it's not just about the difference that you're offering, it's about how you take yourselves to market. So as well as the job boards, we've got social channels, professional networks, we've got hiring platforms, we've got gig economies, we've got programmatic and web advertising, and we've also got direct sourcing, as you heard from Cassia as well. So how are you making yourselves the most obvious choice for recruiters to help them to deliver on all of their challenges?